for the week because there's so much news that has come since I last set them.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, let's get that done, and then people are gonna flood in and ask some questions. So I think I still have Zeke in here.
Well, Zeke's apparently playing.
Is he?
It's expected to play. Yeah.
Let me set my lineups then because I took him out of the one. Did you see the 2 trades I made? I put it in the Discord chat.
No, I didn't.
Okay. So I ended up win now team. I ended up getting James Conner in one trade, and then in the other trade I got Mike Evans, Trey Burden, Mike Evans, Trey Burden, Ross Dwelly, and someone else. I forget.
Not bad.
And Todd Gurley just got traded in that league too. Everybody's going for the fucking win this year, even though my team is like mine and Scott's teams are clearly the best in my opinion.
In what team? In what league?
Trade the Public.
Oh, true.
Okay, yeah, here it is. So I got Trey Burden, Mike Evans, Sterling Shepard, and Ross Dwelly in exchange for Mike Gesicki, Miles Boykin, and a second and third. Like that should be late.
Yeah, that's not a bad move for the rebuilder.
Yeah, for sure. No, when I saw the name Mike Evans, I'm like, oh my god, wow! Like, is this really his fall from grace? Like he's going basically for packages that include second and thirds.
I'm wearing the jersey right now, the Mike Evans jersey, because I think he might go nuts in this game. Godwin and AB both playing. I actually think he might have a monster game.
I mean, like in my opinion, that only helps him because he like the amount of fucking just coverage he sees over the top. If you have to, put some more, if you will, attention to guys like AB and Godwin, like it's just going to help him in the future or in this game. Mm-hmm. So 25 says skirt. God. Hey guys, thoughts on Ruggs today? I think he could do well. Let me just actually check where I have him ranked because I gotta adjust my rankings. We were talking about it.
Yeah, it's not a great matchup for Ruggs, but his increase in volume and routes run and snap count and stuff is all like trending towards him having a big game at some point.
Yeah,
he already kind of did against the Chiefs, but I mean, like a big game is in like volume too.
Yeah, no, I agree there. I'm actually going to put Sterling Shepard in the lineup, I think. Him or Marvin Jones going to be close in here. Okay, here.
I am wrestling with this Brady Watson decision, man. Holy fuck. I'm going back and forth constantly. I'm settling on Watson, but I had Brady in my lineup like 2 straight days after we recorded the rankings video. On the bright side, if you go with Watson, we can both cheer for him today. Why is that? Because I have him in one of my home leagues as well. Oh yeah. Plus, as a Bucs fan, I've gone through a lot because my team has been bad most of my life. So what I did, some of my rationale was if I have Brady and he does bad, you won't forgive yourself. The Bucs lose the game, I'm going to be in a really fucking bad mood. That's fair. It's like a win-lose situation, but I'd rather that than a lose-lose situation where I'm like, I lost my fantasy matchup and the Bucs lost. At least I could be like, all right, the Bucs lost, but at least I didn't play Brady. Or it's like the Bucs lost, but Brady, or the Bucs won, but Brady went off and I didn't play him. Yeah, and Watson went off or something like that. Yeah, I think Watson's going to do well regardless. Yeah. So. All right, let's get into this question. Hey, what's up? Should I start CH, Claypool, or Jameson Crowder if he plays on my flex? My running backs are Jacobs and Robinson. I would go with CH there. Yeah, agreed. Terrell says, isn't that a former player named Terrell Scales? No. Linebacker? Like Terrell Suggs. No, the linebacker, or Tegray Scales from frickin' I think it was Indiana. Linebacker. Oh, the name sounded familiar. Should I pick up Justin Jackson, Leonard Fournette, DJ Dallas, or Le'Veon Bell to start this week? I have DJ Dallas ranked highest out of those guys, but Justin Jackson is right behind him, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely one of those two guys. So. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have Justin Jackson right now at 9, and DJ Dallas is at 14 or 15. So that's my thoughts. If you have the room to stash Leonard Fournette, I don't think that's a bad idea either. Yeah, no, I agree. Hey, boys, happy Sunday. I have a couple questions. Matt Ryan or Ryan Tannehill, and Chris Carson or Hollywood Brown. So you're going with Matt Stafford, in my opinion, because I like the matchup a lot better. Against Chicago? Titans against Chicago? The Titans' offense is good enough to handle Chicago. Matt Stafford is... Against the Vikings? He's not a good enough quarterback option for me to sit Ryan Tannehill. That's fair. I would go with Stafford, but
I mean,
I'd go with Tannehill. I think Tannehill, yes, it's not a great matchup, but I think the Titans offense is good enough to still perform in it.
Fair. Okay. I mean, I have them close anyways. I think I have Stafford at 12 and Tannehill at 14. So, I'd go Stafford, but
they're not really that close for me in my rankings.
Fair. And Chris Carson versus Hollywood Brown. You start the one that is actually going to play in the game. So you start Hollywood Brown.
Chris Carson ain't playing, so you start Hollywood Brown.
There you go. Love the content, guys. Appreciate that, Evan. 2 quick questions. No problem. Need a flex. Judy, Gibson, Monty, Marvin Jones, or Ridley. I stopped reading that when I got to Gibson because he is a top 12 or 13.
I did too, but I kind of hesitated on Montgomery as well because I think Montgomery his volume is just so projectable. Obviously, if you need a floor, if you're going up against a shit team and you have a lot of ceiling plays in your lineup, I would go with Montgomery, but because Gibson definitely has a lower floor than Montgomery, but for sure. I think, Gibson's probably the play there.
And also Gronk or Andrews, thanks. Give me Andrews there.
I've gone back and forth on this one too because I just traded Andrews for Gronk for Andrews, but I'll go with Gronk this week. Because of the matchup and because, I don't think anyone's focusing on Gronkowski anymore with the 3 receivers out there. So he's got a good chance to catch a touchdown. But again, so does Mark Andrews because that's like he's the only option in the red zone. So
the reason why I'm a little hesitant on Gronk, again, like I've been the one who's been like pumping the table on or like pounding the table for him like on the channel these last few weeks because like the volume to me was like so easily projectable. Mm-hmm. However, with those receivers back, you got Antonio Brown coming back, you got Chris Godwin coming back. Typically, they're both going to receive work in the middle of the field. That's kind of what we expect with Mike Evans operating on the boundary. If that's the case, I kind of want to see how that middle of the field in terms of volume is really distributed because, again, Gronk is like he's going to have to share with those 2 stud receivers now, right? So, I mean, I want to
get your point there, but it's a big pie. Meaning it's a great pie to have to be sharing. Yes, he's getting a smaller piece of it, but it's still better than like most pies in the NFL, like the tight end that like I'd rather have the share that Gronkowski gets of the Buccaneers offense than the share that Mike Gesicki gets of the Dolphins offense.
Oh, easily. Like 5 targets on the Bucs offense is worth like 8 targets on like an average offense.
Especially knowing that he's played with Brady for 10 fucking years and he knows that if he gets 5 targets, probably at least one of them is in the red zone.
Yeah. 5 targets. So probably have like 3 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown with those 5 targets. And that's ultimately going to give you like top 5 to 7 tight end work.
For Gronk to have like a 25-point game, he would need to catch multiple touchdowns. Because I don't think the days of Gronk getting 12 targets a game, they're done. I think he's maxes out at like 7 targets.
Yeah, I agree. So start Michael Thomas or Antonio Brown. Give me Michael Thomas there, Javon. Thoughts on Thomas back? I believe the Saints will flow today as long as Breeze can stand tall against that defense.
I have Michael Thomas in my top 12. So if you have him, start him.
I think I have him at 12 or 13 as well. So yeah,
start him. So
yeah,
it's not a good matchup against Carlton Davis, but Thomas is just so clearly the target leader of that team that you have to start him if he plays.
Yeah, like he'll probably end up giving like 6 or 7 catches, like 65, 70 yards. Anyways.
That's a bad game for him though. Like he could do well. Carlton Davis has been really good, but they also move Thomas around, and if he gets on the slot on bunting, then he's going to do some work on him.
Yeah, guys. Also, just keep in mind again, we haven't seen him since week 1. I understand that, but Michael Thomas last year, 31% of his league-leading routes, if you will. Okay, so he led the league in in targets. We all know that at this point. 31% of his total routes were slants, and only 15% of them actually went beyond 15 yards of the line of scrimmage. So you know that Breeze is going to target this guy within like the first couple seconds of the snap. Like
Carlton, like that's Carlton's zone. Like he can like downfield is where he's more susceptible. He is clamps close to the line of scrimmage, which is why you saw Thomas only catch 3 balls for 16 yards in week 1. And every single one of those 16 yards was earned in that game because he was draped all over on every slant route that he ran.
That's also worth noting why I had an argument with a bunch of Saints fans on Twitter because Saints fans think he's the best receiver in the NFL. I said he's closer to like 6 or 7.
Have 3 receivers that are better than Michael Thomas on their team.
That's hot take.
That's my opinion. That's assuming obviously Antonio Brown's like
that's fair.
Antonio Brown.
Because I listed like top 5 just pure talents, like who you're going to take on your team. Okay, so you got Devontae Adams, you got DeAndre Hopkins, got Julio Jones, and I had Tyreek Hill and DK Metcalf rounding out the top 5 right now. I know it might be
I think I would take Metcalf over Thomas, but the same argument can be said for Metcalf, where Thomas only does one, like he's a limited player because he doesn't run downfield. Well, Metcalf is kind of the opposite of that. Obviously, what Metcalf does is more valuable, but he is he's not a complete receiver either. So I don't think DK Metcalf belongs in the conversation with Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, because those guys are complete receivers.
I agree. I mean, again, like it came down to like DK Metcalf, Stephon Diggs, guys like that, who I think are just more.
I think Diggs is better than Thomas.
Dynamic player. I think I agree as well. DK Metcalf, for the record, I understand. Again, it's a one-trick pony, but if you're comparing value of that trick to what Mike Thomas does,
DK Metcalf is basically what Mike Evans does too.
Yeah,
because Mike Evans has never been like a yards after catch guy or a fucking like a running slants and stuff like that. Either way, I think the reason I say Diggs is better than Thomas, because Diggs has never received more than like 130 targets in a season.
Yeah, I know.
If he had 180 targets last year, Diggs would have had like 2,000 yards.
Yeah. And Michael Thomas, like people keep saying that with Michael Thomas, but realistically, he caught 149 balls. I understand that's an NFL record. The efficiencies on those targets, on those catches, it pales in comparison to some of those elite receivers. I understand you're susceptible to a decrease in efficiency with the more and more targets you get. I fully get that. Same thing with a running back. If a running back's receiving 100 carries versus if they're receiving 350 carries, there's going to be a downtick in efficiency because of that overall volume. I get that. But with a guy like Michael Thomas, realistically, you're not worried of this guy catching a 40-yard bomb down the field and taking the top off.
I'd much rather play against Michael Thomas in fantasy too, because I know he's going to catch a lot of balls, but I don't have to worry about him like getting 40 points usually. Like he doesn't usually drop those kind of games. He just consistently drops 20.
Yeah, 20, 25. Yeah.
Calvin Ridley's officially out for this game.
I figured. I saw FB Injury Doc tweeted it.
Yeah, he's still in my rankings right now. I don't want him to be stuck in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'll take him. Antonio Gibson or DJ Dallas. Give me Gibson there. Close, but
it's really close. Yeah. I think they're back to back in my rankings. I do have Gibson one spot higher though.
Let me check. I have Gibson at 13 and Dallas at 15 right now.
Yeah, I have Gibson 13, Justin Jackson 14, DJ Dallas 15. So if you have any of those three guys, I would start them over Melvin Gordon, J.K. Dobbins, Ronald Jones, Zeke Elliott, Jonathan Taylor. Like I would start them over all those guys, those three running backs.
Agreed. I'm just going to, because I just took Ezekiel Elliott out of my rankings because, again, I don't think he's going to play.
It says he's questionable. I moved him down to 20, just in front of Jonathan Taylor.
That's fair. By the way,
Ian Rappaport said he's expected to play today. So
really?
Yeah, it said he's expected to play. I don't know if he's going to be limited or what, but they said he's expected. He's expected to suit up. So,
man, that's such a fucking whack thing, bro.
I might move him below DeAndre Swift and Jonathan Taylor, to be honest. I have no idea where I'm going to put him.
I'm putting him at 21. I don't want to fucking deal with that headache.
I put him at 22 behind Swift and Taylor.
And Tony Pollard, you're going to 32 ahead of Josh Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm also going to raise Wayne Gallman.
I'm feeling a big Swifty game today. I don't know why.
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah, I like him too.
Here, just adjusting some shit.
All right. I'll run through.
Yeah. Let's get these.
Or Andrews. No, you play Gibson or Dallas over Andrews for sure.
Yep, fully. Need a flex for this week. DJ Chark, Zach Moss, or give me J.K. Dobbins there, 23.
I'll take J.K. Dobbins, but I'm warming a little bit more on DJ Chark. More that I look into the situation, he does have a pretty decent matchup, and Jake Lutton's strength is what DJ Chark does. He has like a big arm, and he's like a kind of a DGAF type of quarterback. So I mean, I could see DJ Chark having a solid game. With DJ Chark, it's anyone who owns DJ Chark probably knows this. If he doesn't get into the end zone, he's not having a good game.
Yeah,
basically how DJ Chark plays. He needs like a big play or like a red zone like reception touchdown, like because he never gets like 7 receptions. He usually catches 4 balls a game.
Agreed. Buddy, play Lindsay or risk a Zeke play. Okay, so
I would risk a Zeke play.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any pivots? Because I know the game's at 4. Do you have any pivots past 4 just in case he doesn't play?
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I'd monitor that. So Yvette says morning, Crowder, Claypool, AB. I'm assuming that's Robbie Anderson. If that is the case, I would go with Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, I'd go with Robbie Anderson and probably Claypool second, to be honest.
Claypool or Crowder is actually really close for me.
I mean, she didn't list scoring format there, but
that's fair. Like if it's full PPR, obviously, like PPR, it's going to be better.
But yeah, I think I would go with Robbie Anderson regardless.
Agreed. Should I start Rob or Jonnu? Assuming that's Rob Gronkowski, I would go with Jonnu personally. I know you
would go with Gronk.
That's fair. Should I be worried about Kamara's passing game usage?
No, I wouldn't be worried about that. He might see like one less target, but he's still going to get 10 targets a game.
Yeah, I mean, like
especially in this matchup where they're not going to be able to run the ball on the ground, they're going to have to throw it to Kumara and Latavius Murray. That's like how you manufacture a run game, quote unquote, is to throw them to the running back. So I think Kamara is going to get a lot of targets in this game.
For the record, are we at all shocked if Kumara breaks CMC's receiving record from last year?
Like receiving yardage or
receptions, receiving yards, the whole shit.
I'm not sure what his pace is right now, but I'd have to imagine he's not going to break it.
So
like, it seems like Kamara, like McCaffrey last year, it seemed like he was getting 10 receptions a game.
Yeah. Well, McCaffrey finished with I believe it was 117 receptions, and Kamara has 56 in 7 games right now.
Oh shit! So he is on kind of on pace for it.
Yeah. So it's like really close right now. I think the yardage. I think Kamara was.
I'm so glad he's on my team now. I'm so glad I traded for him.
I mean, if I do the math real quick, 160 minus 32, 100. So he's on pace for 128 receptions, and I think it was like just under 1,200 receiving yards right now. So
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Jake, you should not be worried. Yeah, you should. Javon knows. Max says, "Do I start Breeze or Carr? I'm also starting MT."
I'd start Breeze.
Yeah.
If you got Michael Thomas too, I'll start Breeze.
Yeah, go for that stack of Dak. You have to start at MT. Yeah, you just gotta live with it with a guy who's getting 10 targets a game. I mean, if he doesn't perform, that just shows that
they don't have anyone to throw to besides Kumara and Cook. Like they have to throw to Michael Thomas. Like all their receivers suck ass.
Agreed. Ryan versus Denver or Newton versus the Jets. Give me Ryan there.
Yeah, I'll take Ryan.
Trey says Justin Jefferson or Marvin Jones PPR flex. Give me Justin. Yep, agreed. Standard Kirk or Davis could be Corey Davis there.
Yeah, I know. Did you notice that Christian Kirk was like wide receiver 32 in ECR?
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
I don't get that either. I was like so confused. I was like, I have him at like wide receiver 50. And it was like when I went to publish my rankings, it was like, you're way lower than the experts on this guy, right? I'm like, do they know something I don't? Like
I have him at wide receiver 52 right now. Like
yeah, he's and the obsession with Christian Kirk.
You know those ones where like you forget to take those guys on Thursday Night Football like out of the bottom of your rankings and like they're just chilling out there. Yeah, he's just ahead of guys like Alan Lazard, Trent Taylor, Darius Shepard, and Malik Taylor. Like I want nothing to do with Christian Kirk.
I have him at 48 ahead of DeMarcus Robinson, Zach Pascal, and Russell Gage. That's where he belongs.
I have him 1 spot higher of Zach Pascal and 2 spots lower than DeMarcus Robinson.
Yeah, that's wild.
I think his Edwards is good. Gus Edwards, I agree. I mean, with Mark Ingram out, they're both going to be good, consistent players, in my opinion. Because I mean,
maybe not in this game, but
maybe not. But
their schedule lightens up after this week. But yeah, I think Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins are going to be 15 touches per week, both of them.
Yeah, no, I agree. Dallas, Mike Williams, or Antonio Brown. Give me DJ Dallas there, Blake.
Yeah, I'll take DJ Dallas. I don't know why I thought it was the Dallas defense first. I'm like, why is the Dallas defense part of this?
Hot commodity, man.
They're the cheapest thing on FanDuel right now. When I was making my lineup, I was like, I'm paying up like 200 more for I think it was the Lions defense against the Vikings.
Dude, it's so funny because like you're out of it like in terms of your team actually doing success or having success in the season. When I'm literally starting 3 Steelers and I'm hoping they all pop off.
Yeah,
I'm starting Ben Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster, and the Steelers defense in my home league.
Oh, dude, I used to build my DFS lineups around whom MJ Stewart and Vernon Hargreaves were covering that week. Because I know, like if they run an in-breaking route on Vernon Hargreaves, it's going to be caught. And he's probably like the reason Vernon Hargreaves led the team in tackles in like 2017 is because he just like allow every catch to happen.
So his name is basically Daryl Worley.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get.
Speaking of which, Laviska Shenault goes up against Vernon Hargreaves in Houston today. So
Smosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says Edwards or Swift. I'm a Lions fan. Also got Antonio Gibson. This is close for me, which it shouldn't be because the talent is just so Swift. Again, I'm going to lean Swift a little bit, but like the fact that this is a conversation just shows that Matt Patricia is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I think I'll go with Swift personally, just for the like because it's a great matchup and Edwards doesn't have a good matchup, so that kind of is the tiebreaker for me because like neither guy is guaranteed anything. Like they could both have 5 carries, they could both have 20 carries. Like there's no in between with those two guys. So I think I'll go with Swift just because the matchup is better, and I think he's a better player too.
Agreed. In standard, JT or Devontae. Wait, what? Okay, I'll still go with JT. I mean, like
I don't think Jacobs is going to be out. He practiced on Friday.
Yeah, even if he is out, I mean, like Devontae Booker. No.
Yeah, not a chance. I'd probably rather start Jalen Richard if I was going to start any Raiders running back.
Same. Texans or Cardinals defense.
Texans against Jake Luton or Cardinals against Tua. I'll take the Cardinals against Tua. They have better. They just have better playmakers that could actually like cause a pick six or something with Boot. Like I mean, I guess Buddha can't really cause a pick six, but there's no Metcalf chasing him down this time.
That's fair. Gallman or Swift, and do we know when Eckler's going to be back? Okay, so I'm going to go with Swift here.
I actually kind of want to look up if we have any Eckler news. I don't think we do.
I actually saw I think someone mentioned in the Discord, so I watched it. It was Jesse Morse's video. And basically the way he said is, at minimum, Eckler should be out the next 2 weeks. Like, regardless. The next 2 or 3 weeks, Eckler should be out.
Because already?
Yeah, they had their bye. They had their bye 2 weeks ago. So he said, again, Eckler should miss at least the next 2 or 3 weeks. If the Chargers lose 2 of their next 3 games, is there really any purpose in bringing Eckler back?
That's not how coaches think, though.
I get that, but like realistically, you got a franchise back that you signed up to an $8 million per year contract just before the season, and he's coming off a really serious hamstring injury. Why risk it when Justin Jackson's playing well? B, Justin Herbert, you're already seeing the progression with him. Yes, you want to see some snaps with him and Austin Eckler in the lineup, but at the same time, it's like why risk the health of the guy that you have signed long term for a meaningless 2 or 3 game stretch?
I guess, but it's not really meaningless when you consider the fact that you want Herbert to get as much confidence and winning experience and in-game like success as you possibly can, and Eckler helps him do that. So I don't think it's like pointless to bring him back. I think it does help Herbert a lot. And what I'm reading on Pro Football Network right now, it says anything in the week 11 to 12 range makes sense for when to bring him back. They play the Jets week 11. So maybe you don't bring him back for that game, but week 12 is when they suspect that he should come back. I'm not exactly sure. I have Eckler in a couple leagues, and I really hope week 12 would be perfect because then you get
playoffs.
The game he's coming back, he might have a down game, but then week 13, 14, 15, and 16 is when you really need him, especially in our listener league where I have Eckler. I'm going to be in the playoffs. My team is disgusting.
Yeah, no, I'm in a spot in my keeper league where I'm 5-3 again. I should lose this week as well because I face off against the Rodgers-Adams stack on Thursday Night Football. So I should be around 5-4.
There's no chance.
Yeah, I should be around 5-4, fighting in that 4 to 6 range in the playoffs right now. But I could theoretically sell my team, sell my assets now, and rebuild and build my keepers better. So currently my keepers would be Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs, and Jonathan Taylor if the season ended today, right? I already have an offer in place to get Kumara. Where I get rid of
Taylor, dude. Someone's going to be like, "Oh man, Taylor's going to be like the workhorse next year."
Well, I'll tell you, the trade was actually Mixon, Stephon Diggs, and Jonathan Taylor in exchange for Alvin Kamara and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, I would do that.
So that would be the one trade. And then I also offered him. I said, "Okay, listen, you are like this is a 7-1 team we're talking here. This is the best team in the league." I said, "Listen, your biggest need on your team is receiver, and we don't know if Austin Eckler is going to come back. Nor if you don't keep Austin Eckler, you can still keep Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, and you'll be fine for keepers. But you'll actually transition yourself for a championship." So I said to him, if you give me Austin Eckler in the trade and I give you back Allen Robinson, who's going to give you top 10 receiver numbers this year, that A, fills your wide receiver 2 spot behind Stephon Diggs, who I'd be giving you, and B, ultimately solidifies your lineup and your depth. So, I mean, I told him basically, yes, in terms of value, I probably win, but this is probably going to give you a championship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my rationale again. Like
I played in a keeper league, to be honest. It's kind of weird. I've never done it. It's
a fun dynamic.
Leagues and dynasty leagues.
It's a fun dynamic. Again, I got lucky because the first year of the keeper league, I drafted Christian McCaffrey. Had to trade him this year, and when Christian McCaffrey got hurt, Jonathan Taylor was like just got the job, so he was expected to be a top 10 running back. DJ Chark still had like top 15 upside. So I traded Christian McCaffrey in a package that ended up netting me Jonathan Taylor, DJ Chark, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Hayden Hurst. And like looking back, like right at the time, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, like this is a great amount of value.
It probably sounded like a good deal, but
yeah,
not so
now,
much.
Man, I'm struggling, but
I do think DJ Chark is like a really good dynasty buy low because he's going to get a new quarterback next year, and that's probably pretty big for his. Because a lot of his bad games this year were because Gardner Minshew just actually sucked.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so Gallman or Swift? Give me Swift there. Sorry for that delay there, by the way, Joseph.
Yeah,
I just went on Edwards, Swift, or Gibson? Give me Gibson there.
I'll take Gibson as well.
Yep. So Jared says, got Devontae Parker playing at 4. 4 guys got injured. So I got Zeke, Devontae, Lindsey. Okay, so like that's fine. If you have to, I put RB slot and flex. Okay, so you have to start 2 regardless. So is Lindsey at 4 as well, or is it
Devontae in your flex?
Yeah, keep Devontae in your flex.
Put Zeke in your RB slot, and then do the Broncos play at 4?
I'll check it right now. I mean, if he's asking it, I believe they don't.
No, they don't. They play at 1.
Yeah, so it's risky.
I like Lindsey's not a good enough option for me to want to not risk.
And worst case, you can always pick someone up off the waivers last second. You could pivot, but
keep monitoring the news. Based on everything that I've seen so far, it says that Zeke is expected to play. So, and if that changes before 1 o'clock, then I'd probably throw Lindsey in your lineup. But I think Zeke is going to play.
Agreed. Zach Moss or Jordan Howard? Give me Zach Moss there.
Yeah, I'll take Zach Moss.
Herbert or Brady? Give me Brady slightly. Mm-hmm. Hey, happy game day, y'all. Would you rather have Justin Jackson over DeAndre Swift? And do you trust Mike Evans at wide receiver 2 over Justin Jefferson?
Oh, man. The second part of that question is so close.
Okay, so the first part, I'm going Justin Jackson.
It's not really that close. I would trust Justin Jackson over DeAndre Swift.
Agreed. And the second part of that question is really close. If you're looking for more, actually, I can't even call a more stability option being Justin Jefferson because he's so boomer bust as well.
I think I would go with Justin Jefferson. I have Justin Jefferson at 16 and Mike Evans at 17. So I literally have them back to back, and I would go with Justin Jefferson because Mike Evans is going to get the shadow coverage of Marshawn Lattimore.
And according to my rankings, I would actually slightly prefer Mike Evans. I have Mike Evans at 15 and Justin Jefferson at 17. So they're both great options. You're in a good spot there, but I don't mind playing Jefferson over Evans. I have Evans a little bit higher, but maybe you just don't want to wait for the Sunday Night Football or something like that. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think will win, Vikings or Lions? Hopefully it's the Vikings. Hopefully.
Who's at home?
Let me just check it now. It's at Minnesota.
At Minnesota. I'll go with the Vikings. I think they got it.
Yeah.
You want to pick an upset? You want to pick an upset this week?
Oh yeah. Let's do that here. Let's look at teams.
I already have mine. I looked at the first line I looked at. I'm like, that's a little out of whack. The Bears are 6-point underdogs to the Titans. Give me the Bears.
Really?
The upset over the Titans.
Let me just check the lines right now. Okay, what are the rules? 5+ points?
No. I would say like no 1.5s. No, just not like pick'ems.
Okay.
Anything else would be like Vegas Chargers is a pick'em. Like that one doesn't count.
Yeah. The Cowboy. No, I'm kidding. Let me look through it. You know what?
Over the Falcons is pretty nice too.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. You know what? Give me Dolphins over Cardinals.
That's not bad.
Give me Dolphins over Cardinals. I mean, that Dolphins defense has literally been the best in the league thus far.
Yeah, Kyler's been kind of inconsistent throwing the ball too. So I can see that.
All right, so DJ Chark or Zach Moss at the flex PPR. Give me DJ Chark.
I'll go with DJ Chark.
Yeah. Lions. Ooh, I like that. Okay, Devontae Parker for me there, AJ.
Yeah, I'll go Devontae Parker.
Happy Bear, who would you pick, Shepard or Ruggs? if you're looking for the ceiling, Ruggs. If you're looking for just a safer floor, in my opinion, I think Shepard's going to give that, given his target share.
Probably where I stand as well, but I think Shepard is. The Washington football team has been so good against receivers. This wouldn't even. I don't even think this would be close. It'd be easily Shepard if this was like a better matchup, but the matchup's so bad for the Giants receivers that I'll probably lean Ruggs just because neither are like great options. So I'll go with the ceiling.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. DJ or Swift? Give me DJ there.
Yeah, I agree.
I have Melvin Gordon. One has to sit out. So the one that you are sitting there,
Johnny Smith.
Yeah, like you start your second, or you bench your second tight end there. The Dosh says flex PPR, Lamb or Myers versus the Jets. This is Lamb all day, every day. I don't care who, what, when.
I don't want to start
Myers is
receiver. That's gross.
Yeah. I have Brady. Which two should I start? Brown, Dobbins, Judy. I don't mind starting Brown and Dobbins.
Antonio Brown. Okay, he does mean Antonio Brown.
I would usually start Judy over Brown, but I mean, if you have Brady, I don't mind that stack. Again, it's a lot riskier because we don't know what Brown's going to be.
Yeah, I think I would go with Dobbins and Judy just to avoid the risk there. But yeah, because you have Brady and it's not like Judy's a sure thing. Like he's still a young receiver who's been inconsistent. So I fuck, that's so close. I could make an argument for sitting a J.K. Dobbins too because it's a bad matchup. Like that's so close. I think I'll go with Dobbins and Judy, but it's really close.
Agreed. Again, the last time we saw Antonio Brown hopping into his first game with Tom Brady with a short week, he put up 5 for 68.
It's not been a short week though. He's been there for like
I mean like short notice, if you will.
And he's been at Brady's house for even longer, like studying the playbook and stuff.
He's been at Brady's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not big. He's literally staying with Brady.
No, I'm messing around. Jefferson or Robbie, half point PPR.
I'm pretty fair.
I think they're one spot B.
Yeah, they're literally. I have Robbie Anderson at 15 and Jefferson at 16.
Okay, I have Robbie Anderson actually a little bit higher. I have Robbie Anderson at 13, so I'll go with Robbie.
I'll go with Robbie as well.
Boys, how about them Gators?
Ugh.
Tyler was hyping it up.
I'm not a big Florida guy. Can you name a player that like wasn't a bust in the NFL that was a good player at Florida? Because I can't. It seems like every good player. It seems like every good. Okay, you could say that about Aaron Hernandez, but you could say the same thing about Jordan Reed. Like, I swear to God, they've never had a Hall of Fame player. Like, it doesn't seem like they've had someone who's been consistently good throughout their entire career. They have that flash in the NFL, but that's about it.
The Pouncey twins are probably going to end up there, to be fair.
Oh yeah, I guess I forgot about those guys.
Other than that, like it's just a fucking mess.
Well, like every Gators like corner that comes out of there, Gators like defensive lineman or like
linebacker,
they always seem like they're the like busts every time.
Yeah, no, I know, I agree. If you're talking about
CJ Henderson though, I really like CJ coming.
For the record, I'm telling you right now, Lawrence is going to come back next week. Clemson's going to run the table and still end up making the playoff. It's going to happen.
Well, yeah, that's the thing I don't like about the college football like selection committee is that like you gotta like sometimes they don't take those factors into consideration. They'll like, do you remember the year that Georgia was out of the playoff, and even though they brought Alabama to the wire, and they let in what was it, Notre Dame that they let in instead,
and then Alabama or Clemson.
Like the question should be who would win, Georgia or Notre Dame? Like in that, like because Georgia would have killed them that year.
Yeah, no, easily.
I had Chubb and Michelle and like they were such a better team.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. Also worth noting, again, it's gonna suck for Notre Dame fans because Notre Dame is gonna win every game prior to the ACC championship. We know that at this point. Like their schedule, rest of the way is cakewalk, but so is Clemson. So Clemson versus Notre Dame is going to be the ACC championship game yet again, or not yet again because it's never happened, but they're gonna play again, and Clemson's gonna win that game. Now, Notre Dame's claim is going to be, well, we split the season series. We both have one loss. So recency bias like shouldn't just take us out of the running here.
Yeah, but they didn't have their fucking all-star quarterback.
So, I mean, people got to take into consideration. Trevor Lawrence was sitting earlier in the season. Recency bias always takes effect. Clemson's going to finish as the 3 seed, in my opinion. The 4 seed is going to come down to one of Florida, Notre Dame, and I don't even know who the fucking next team is because like it's so shallow right now in terms of depth.
I've noticed that with college football. It doesn't seem like it's going to be like really all that close.
Like Texas A&M is ranked 7th and they lost by 28 to Alabama. Like what? just a fucking mess. Like, again, that's also the Kellen Mond factor, and that Kellen Mond.
Why do people think Kellen Mond's good?
He's okay. Like, he's like the quarterback 10 or 11 maybe in the class, but some people like have him at like 6 or 7.
He's not an NFL caliber quarterback. He's like fucking Ben DiNucci out there.
He could be
I don't know why people think Kellen Mond has upside or is any good. Like, he does not look. Every time I watch Texas A&M closely, I'm like, this guy sucks.
It's because he's such a volatile player. His range of outcomes is just crazy because I'm like, on one play, he can throw a fucking rope down the sideline for a huge fucking touchdown, and then the next time they come on the field, he'll just throw a pick six.
College quarterbacks that can do that.
That's fair.
But they'll do it more consistently.
And by the way, like, what are your thoughts? I don't even know what to make of Kyle Trask because I just don't see any real special trade about him.
Kellen Mond.
No, I agree he's better than Kellen Mond, but like,
he's not. I don't see. Rounder.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that at all. Again, like, I would much rather.
Every year there's a guy that gets overhyped and is like not really that good. I could see him being like this year's like Will Grier or something. Like people liked Will Grier when he was coming out. I could see him being that kind of like quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. Again, like the thing with Kyle Trask is, yes, the stats are nice, the program nice, the prestige is nice. Well, actually watching the film, like, realistically, I don't think I've ever seen him make a tight window throw. I don't think I've ever seen him make a tight window
complaint with who am I thinking of? Oh, Herbert. When Herbert was in, like, because they always manufactured shit. Same with Tua, actually. Mm-hmm. Tua had a lot of throws like that too. But like, I don't know. Kyle Trask is like,
he's fine. He's a second rounder.
Jake Fromm on steroids.
Who?
He's like Jake Fromm on steroids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Agreed. Fucking Matt Miller called him Josh Allen and has him as his 4th ranked quarterback and called it the Big Four. He called the quarterbacks the Big Four, and I was just laughing. I'm like, first of all, Trask is not even the 4 of the situation. At this point, it's either Zach Wilson or Mac Jones.
Oh, it's definitely Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
What I see from Zach Wilson, like, again, like, people said they
tangent right now, just for the record.
Oh yeah. I'll move on, but with Zach Wilson, like, he's just so naturally good at just being a playmaker out there. Like, I haven't really seen Trask actually like.
He's the Jordan Love of this class.
Yeah,
Zach Wilson's the Jordan Love of this class for sure.
Yeah, agreed. Thoughts on DJ Dallas today? I think he's going to do good. Sorry, let's get back into questions. It's my bad. Lock or Breeze? Give me Lock there, Owen.
I'll take Lock.
Yeah, I mean, Lock's just going to catch like 6 passes in this game. No, I'm kidding. I think he's talking about DJ Dallas, but yeah, I think he'll be good. Try determining if AB will go off is almost as frustrating as talking politics. Amen. I mean,
yeah, politics suck.
What do you think about Juju and Devontae Parker? I think Juju's going to probably catch like 3 touchdowns, 200 yards this game. Okay. He'll have a nice bounce back, in my opinion. He's been getting the targets recently.
Do you give any credence to the fact that the Steelers might run away with this one early with like a defensive touchdown and like not have to throw the ball very much, and it's just a James Conner bonanza?
It could happen.
Like, I could see one of 2 things happening. One, Ben early on puts them up with like big touchdown to Claypool, big touchdown to Johnson or something, and all the receivers hit. Or I could see none of the receivers hit because they get like a special teams touchdown, defensive touchdown, and then like James Conner rushes for a touchdown, and then they just like take their foot and lay off the gas for the rest of the second half or whatever.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Also, like, as crazy as it sounds, I just wouldn't randomly be fucking shocked if like fucking Garrett Gilbert just threw like 2 or 3 touchdowns in this game. I don't know why. It's like completely out of there. It shouldn't happen. It's got like probably like a 5% chance even of happening. But like, I just wouldn't be shocked given like everybody's just been talking shit about the Cowboys quarterback since Dak has went down. Like, I just wouldn't be shocked if some fucking rando who they signed off the street 2 weeks ago just throws a couple touchdowns.
Is Garrett Gilbert starting?
Yeah, he's presumed
MVP of the AAF.
There you go. Yeah, he used to be a former like 5-star recruit in high school, signed with fucking Texas, and like ever since then just yeah, yikes. And fucking Christian Hackenberg, you remember him?
Oh yeah.
By the way, I think both of them will do fine there, Jake. Sorry about that. Forgot to finish the second half of the question. What do you think Gurley will do for the rest of the season? Should I trade him?
So in the trade targets video that dropped on Thursday, I think, I talked at length about Todd Gurley and why you should trade him. His schedule is not forgiving whatsoever, and he's a guy who is very much dependent on schedule. So yes, I would trade him. I listed some guys in that video who I would trade for him. I think I talked about James Robinson and like Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders and probably Austin Eckler, even like maybe not Austin Eckler. Like if you're in a position that you could absorb a week or 2 of no like production, but that one would probably need to be Eckler plus something.
Yeah, like if you could pull off realistically,
Nick Chubb, I would trade him for on a heartbeat.
I was about to say that
Todd Gurley for Nick Chubb right now, I would do in a heartbeat because the Browns are already he's already practicing Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
On their bye week right now, and I have a feeling he's going to be back next week.
I was actually talking with the Nick Chubb owner in one of my leagues, and we were mentioning this type of deal. What do you who do you think actually wins this? What are your thoughts? Nick Chubb and Travis Fulgham, or Miles Sanders and CeeDee Lamb, full PPR?
I'll take Nick Chubb and Fulgham.
Yeah, I would be getting that side. So
it's crazy to say I like Fulgham over Lamb at this point in the season. But yeah, that's where we're at. Do you know when Dalton's coming back? Just for the record, because did I tell you that someone dropped Lamb in my league?
Yeah, you mentioned that. And you said,
I dropped $26 at Fab on him.
Yeah, I think Dalton's going to be back within these next couple of weeks, but again, with the concussions, it's so hard to tell sometimes. Yeah. Here, let's breeze through this. I kind of went on a tangent and got us 12 minutes behind. Is Mikey Norris? Yeah, he could have a decent amount of targets in terms of Mike.
Oh, I'm in a bad way in our redraft league, our listener league. Who'd you start, J.D. McKissick or Jordan Wilkins?
Wilkins.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
There you go.
I like the matchup's bad. That's why I don't want to do it.
That's fair. Is Mike Evans in store for targets today? Tonight?
You could flip a coin, honestly, because Marshawn Lattimore, he's so boomer bust against Marshawn Lattimore. He'll either toast his fucking bacon and kill him, or he'll get shut down completely. So, I mean, Marshawn Lattimore's been playing bad this year, so I'll say that Mike Evans has a decent game, but it could go either way. Hopefully the presence of the other guys, and Godwin is the Jenga piece of this offense. The offense goes when Godwin is in there. So the targets might not be there, but I think Mike Evans can have a big game regardless of him getting a lot of targets.
Yeah, no, I agree there. By the way, Sam Darnold's not expected to play. I just noticed that now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's wild. I'm just touching up these rankings last second, but let me get back into the questions. Montgomery or CH? Give me CH there, Brandon. Yeah. DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Devontae Parker, pick 2. So out of those options, I would sit. See, you don't really want to start both Panthers receivers, though. Because I would say I would sit Devontae Parker, but with both Panthers receivers, I might just play Robbie Anderson and Devontae Parker because I don't want to.
I think I would too. Yeah.
Yeah. And with the other one, give me Le'Veon Bell over Zach Moss in this matchup.
Yeah, I agree.
Need 2 full PPR: Marvin Jones, Devontae Parker, Tim Patrick, Gus Edwards, and Russell Gage. So the 2 that you're picking, in my opinion, are going to be Gus Edwards and Devontae Parker. Edwards and Jones.
I think I would go with those guys as well. In a full PPR, I think I'd play Marvin Jones over Gus Edwards.
Yeah, that's fair. Again, I don't really know if full PPR really affects Marvin Jones a lot.
God, thank God I adjusted this lineup. I had Jake Luton in my super flex instead of Matt Stafford because I thought Matt Stafford was going to sit.
Yeah, good thing you just did that.
Yeah.
Breeze or Carr? Give me Breeze there. Is that Allen Robinson or James Robinson? Matthew? Assuming that's Allen.
Second. I think Allen Robinson is the second.
Okay, if that's the case, I would still go with A-Rob before we see with Mike Thomas in a bad matchup coming off first game.
Either Robinson, I would go with over Thomas.
Yeah, agreed. Ryan or Carr? Give me Ryan. Hollywood Brown or Antonio Brown? That's kind of a fun dynamic.
Nice cousin decision here.
Okay. First of all, I'd start Claypool over both of those guys. So if Claypool's on your bench,
yeah, I would start Claypool over AB and Hollywood.
Yeah, agreed. If it but out of those 2 options, I prefer Antonio, but I would put Claypool in your lineup. Full PPR, Fournette or Jackson. This is Jackson. It's not even close whatsoever. There's not
even close. Yeah,
there's a 20 ranking discrepancy for me between them. Gibson or Jackson. Assuming that's Justin Jackson, I'm gonna go with Justin Jackson there, Andre.
Yep.
If I have to pivot, who should I drop and pick up? I can drop Lindsey and Gallman are on waivers.
Okay, so your easy pivot is pick up Pollard.
Yeah, there you go.
So I would go with Pollard if that happens and you need to do that. And I would probably drop – should I drop Deebo Samuel probably, right?
Yeah, with him hurt. Him or Lindsey, I'd say.
I think I'd rather have Lindsey than Deebo right now.
Sure. Okay.
I'm definitely not dropping Le'Veon. I think you drop Deebo for Pollard if that's the case. That's an easy transition too. You don't have to worry about because then Pollard is best option there if Zeke is out.
Agreed. Started Amari Cooper, Robbie Anderson over waiver plays like Parker Cook. Wait, Cook's on your waivers?
Brown is on your waiver wire?
I thought that was going to say AJ Green. I didn't even finish it. Pick up Brandon Cooks and AJ Brown right now.
If this is a really shallow league, which I'm assuming it is, drop Amari Cooper right now for AJ Brown.
Yes. 100%.
I mean, you might have someone worse that you can drop, but if that's your
yes, Mike Davis.
I would drop Amari Cooper for AJ Brown right now.
Yes, Mike Davis is the one you drop as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I didn't even see that part. Yeah, drop Mike Davis for AJ Brown right now.
AJ Brown is a top 10 receiver.
I'd almost rather have Brandon Cooks and Amari Cooper, to be honest, too.
Yeah, no, I would too. Cap activated. Guys, Fred Taylor.
There you go. There's a good throw.
Would you trade DJ Chark and Devontae Parker for Will Fuller? Like right this second, I would do that.
I would. For Will Fuller, I would.
Right this second. For either of him or Robbie, I would prefer probably Fuller in my opinion.
Fuller, but I would probably do it for Robbie too, because DJ Chark could be droppable territory after this week. So if you could capitalize on his value, then I would.
5-point PPR?
I think it's half point.
Oh, okay. Imagine.
Yeah, 5-point PPR. Michael Thomas would be like fucking 60 points per week.
Jesus fuck. Thank you, Canal. Florida just going up, and I wanted to see if I can name so many players from Florida. Yeah.
I don't like Florida because I'm more of like a SEC. What is it? East, the other division. I like LSU and Alabama a lot more, so I don't really like Florida and Georgia.
Agreed. So he says, is this Jimmy G's last season in the Bay? As a Niners fan, I'd rather have a Trey Lance or Zach Wilson rather than go after a quarterback like Matt Ryan. I fully agree. Again,
I think there's going to be a lot of shuffling with veteran quarterbacks in free agency this year.
The problem for the Niners, they're probably going to pick in like that 12 to 16 range.
Yeah.
And both those quarterbacks are going in the top 10. Both those quarterbacks might be going in the top 8.
He's going to go in the top 10?
I've been seeing some top 10 hype on him. He's the clear quarterback for a lot of people.
Quarterbacks always go high, and it looks like there's going to be some need out there for quarterbacks this year. So I could definitely see Zach Wilson going that high. But I think if you're the Niners, you go after a win now quarterback. I don't think you draft a guy. If you want to go after a guy like Matt Ryan, then you could do that. Maybe, I don't know. Green Bay's pretty stupid. Maybe they want to get rid of Aaron Rodgers and get Jordan Love in there. Like, I don't know.
The reason why
someone like that, maybe you want to coax Cam Newton out of New England or Jameis Winston or something like that. Like, I think I would go after someone like that before I tried to draft a guy because your pick isn't going to be high enough.
Again, the reason why I'm kind of skeptical over like them getting like a quote unquote, we were mentioning there was bakers and there was chefs like last season. I just can't see a true on true chef actually like fitting into that team. If that makes sense.
I can. If they had a chef quarterback, Kyle Shanahan would probably win 14 games.
That's fair.
Imagine if they had Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that'd
be pretty gross. I mean, actually, we're kind of seeing it already. It's the same system that the Green Bay is running.
Yeah.
Except Kyle Shanahan does it better than Matt LaFleur.
Yeah. Pick one half PPR. Are those options? And
I'll take Dobbins.
I'm going Dobbins. Yeah. I get what. Well, first of all, he wouldn't be covered by Minka. He'd be covered by Cameron Sutton.
Cameron Sutton's been good, but I mean, CD is the easy target. That's why I like CD the most out of all the Cowboys receivers, is because Garrett Gilbert is not a very good quarterback, and he's going to be under a lot of pressure. And CD is the underneath separator guy, so he might catch like 6, 7, 8 passes in this game. And CD is good enough to do a lot more with those passes.
And I understand that recently Myers has been getting targets, but it's still New England. He's still an unknown. Like he could realistically get like 1 target today, given how New England basically utilizes these guys.
And
like Gunnar Olszewski.
Sometimes fantasy isn't hard. Play the more talented player.
Yeah, like Gunnar Olszewski, Ryan Izzo might be like fucking leading this team in yards this week. At least with CD, his role is basically locked down every week. He's going to operate 90 to 95% of his routes in the slot. He's going to be the first look for the offense, and he has the easiest matchup on the field amongst the Cowboys receivers. So
it's neither of them are great options. Let's put it that way. But I think CD is the better option.
Davis or Williams at flex full this is really close for me. I think I actually have them
really close.
In a full PPR. First of all, just for the record, right now I have Mike Williams at 32, Davis at 33. So I would go with Mike Williams.
I have that's pretty close. I have Mike Williams at 32 and Corey Davis at 35. So I'm very close to where you are.
Yeah, there you go. PPR, Claypool or DJ Moore or Antonio Brown. Give me Chase Claypool there, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I would say Chase Claypool.
You've never. Wait, what? Who are you talking about?
Trask, maybe. He's a Florida fan, right? Was he talking about the Florida team? Oh, maybe he's talking.
Trust me, I've watched a lot of Trask.
I haven't watched him in depth. No, you're right. I usually don't like put my statements out on quarterbacks or prospects until I watch tape of them, not just like watch their games.
No, I've watched it. I've watched a good amount of
Trask, but what I've seen is a better Jake Fromm.
Yeah. I've watched a good amount of Florida tape, like game film, Dynasty Nerds, like tape. And I've also been subjected to a lot of good opinions from people in the draft community. And we're basically all saying the same thing. Like Trask is a good baker. You put him in a situation with the talent around him, he could be a fine, like late second round, probably talent type quarterback. He's probably going to be by the end of the year in that quarterback 6 to quarterback 8 range with him. Like right now, if you ask me, like if I had to draft one and build around them, who I'd rather have, Kyle Trask or Desmond Ridder, that's actually a close argument. I think he's more so in that range than he is the Trey Lance, Zach Wilson.
No, I don't think he belongs in like Zach Wilson. I think is a far superior prospect.
Even Mac Jones, man. Mac Jones has been really good.
Mac Jones is playing pretty well. I don't really see it with Mac Jones either, to be honest. I think he's more the concerns people had with Tua. Like the system's so good and the talent around him and stuff like that is what Mac Jones is experiencing too. Like I think Mac Jones is like the concerns we had about Tua, except it's actually true.
Is it crazy if I call Mac Jones a little like Nick Folsey?
Like, I mean, yeah,
big guy, good arm.
I don't want to say he's AJ McCarron because AJ McCarron played at Alabama too, but he's kind of like AJ McCarron.
That's fair. I think he's going to be a fine NFL quarterback. He's going to be a guy.
He might be. I could be wrong about him. I just don't see a lot of potential with Mac Jones.
But yeah, that's fair.
Oh, we're gonna look dumb in a second with 25's next comment.
Weekend and Brady's. Oh my god.
Hey, 20. Okay, just put it on the screen now.
I know. I meant recently. Okay,
just put it on the screen now because I said there's like no Hall of Famers from Florida, but Emmitt Smith is the all-time leading rusher, and he came from Florida. You're right, he did. But I'm also 22, and I didn't see Emmitt Smith play.
To be fair, we're talking about in like recently, like since like 2005, 2010s. Like where our train of thought was. I'm not thinking about, the all-time fucking leading rusher in the NFL for the record.
Yeah.
But I'll just take that out. You guys can roast me in the comments. Fake Cowboys fan, because I wasn't thinking about a guy that
that's more on you than it is on me.
And I get that, but like I was thinking about it from a recent like train of thought. Like who's actually been good out of Florida?
It's actually been some colossal busts out of Florida, like recently.
Yeah. Drawing up something super special. Ooh, okay.
The Schwab vibe. I've heard of it, but I don't remember what the concept is.
Hey, you got to explain that in the comments. I want to hear you. I want to hear Tyler just go into depth on the Stump the Schwab concept. Trade A-Rob and Edmonds for Gibson and Woods. I don't mind that move at all. If you need the RB depth long term, because I do think Drake's going to be back within the next couple of weeks, I'm fine with doing that. The problem is A-Rob is
think the A-Rob the Woods drop off is pretty huge, man. I don't know if I would do that.
I want to hear your receiver running back depth situation ultimately make the ultimate decision on that.
Gibson's not a good enough running back for me to make that trade. It would have to be Jacobs or Sanders or something, or Chubb. Like I think
nobody would give that though. That's the problem.
I know, but I can't give that up. I can't give up A-Rob for Woods. That's a huge drop off.
That's fair. Okay, let's go to the next one. The Cowboys need to. PJ Walker is currently on the Carolina Panthers, so
I think he played too, didn't he? Like last Thursday,
they did. So I'd be fine with if PJ Walker was playing for us, but it's just kind of impossible right now because he's on our roster. But
I wish they would have just thrown a 7th rounder at New Orleans and got Jameis Winston for the rest of the season. It would have been fun.
There you go. Carter Newton. Give me. Who do I have ranked higher right now? Actually,
I think I have Derek Carr ranked higher.
I'm actually close. I have Derek Carr at 17 and Newton at 18. So there's your answer.
I have Derek Carr at 13 and Newton at 15. So I'll take Derek Carr.
Yeah, same. Le'Veon or Lindsey, PPR. Give me Le'Veon this week. Again, I do think this is a week where Le'Veon and CH can both be really productive.
This is a cake matchup. Plus, it should be favorable game script for those two guys too.
Yeah, agreed. College football isn't the same without the fan energy. Amen. 25. Trust me. Once I start talking about college football, I can go.
Alex Trebek died.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
He's Canadian, isn't he?
I think so. Let me check right now if he's Canadian. That's fucked.
All the comments are fuck 2020. Jesus.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Let me see. Yeah, he is Canadian. He's got Canadian American citizenship. Damn, that's fucked.
Jeez. Trevor Sigma tweeted, "Dear men, what's preventing you from looking like this?" And it's like DK Metcalf in like a crop top. And the first comment is God.
JT or Dallas? Give me Dallas there. All right, roll on. Tyler, you messaged me on what, Friday or Friday night when I was literally not home until 2 a.m. And then when I did get home, I had to do a bunch of assignments. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I also haven't been like on PS4 in a week. So you got to relax. You'll get your work. Don't worry. CD Lamb or Jonathan Taylor, PPR. Give me Jonathan Taylor there, Ian.
Yeah, I guess. In a full PPR, though, it makes it a little closer.
Kevin, I would absolutely prefer Swift out of those options.
Yeah, me too.
Two-part question. Gurley. Wait, let me just check something. One sec.
Gurley, DJ Dallas, Gibson, or Cole Beasley. So I'm guessing you only start one of them. I'll go with Todd Gurley basically because he guaranteed his volume. DJ Dallas, there's still an outside shot that Alex Collins gets kind of involved in this game, but I still think he's pretty safe. I'll go with Todd Gurley there. So
yeah, agreed. What do you think
on the second part of that question? Hollywood Brown or Randall Cobb? I'll actually. I don't want to say I'll take Randall Cobb, but if you're feeling gutty, you can do it because it's a great matchup. But I'll go with Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, same. What do you think? Keenan, Diggs, TJ. Am I? Is that TJ Hawkinson?
I think so.
Oh no, keep it as is. I think he was going receiver, tight end, flex. Keep it as is.
Yeah.
Deontay from Pittsburgh or Hollywood. Give me Deontay Johnson there.
Yeah, I'll take Deontay Johnson.
Half PPR, Gage, Amendola, Pollard, or Gallup. Okay, so if Zeke plays, I would go with Gallup. If Zeke does not play, I would go with Pollard.
Yeah, I think so too. And they're playing in the same game, so you'll know by then too.
Yeah. Should I stash Rashad Penny?
He said on IR, the next part. He said he has like an IR spot. If you have an IR spot, then I would.
Yeah, I'm fine doing that on IR. What's going on with Dallas backs? Who starts, Zeke or Tony?
Again, the most recent thing I've seen is that Zeke is probably going to play. So I think it's going to be Zeke. But if he doesn't play, obviously Tony Pollard probably gets upgraded to like a top 20 running back, I would say.
Yeah, no, I agree there. With all the injuries, I'd say the 49ers win one game to finish their season.
That's still probably not going to be high enough to get like a quarterback. Because like think about all the teams that are going to be worse and all the teams that need QBs.
For the record, the Cowboys are finishing with a top 3 pick this year. And once they do so, you re-sign Dak, you trade that pick for a farm. Like realistically, if Zach Wilson keeps playing the way he is, the hype around Trey Lance, the way Justin Fields has played, like a top 3 pick is going to net you like a first, a second, a third this year, and a future first and second. That's basically what's going to be.
If I were them, you know why I would pick at 3?
You gonna say Penei Sewell?
Yeah, Tyron Smith's done.
And I get that, but you're in a win now situation for your team.
The most Cowboys thing that they would do. That is so Cowboys. It's on brand that they would pick Penei Sewell for the trade, which I don't blame him, to be honest.
I'm fine with it given how good of a player he is. But when I'm looking at it, okay, you have like in terms of your salary cap, your financial structure of your organization, you're a win now team. Obviously, maybe you don't have the quote unquote talent defensively to win now, which is why you trade that pick for a haul. You rebuild that defense. Basically, say you trade down to 11 or 12, you end up with like a Caleb Farley or Sean Wade. You take edge, you take interior defensive tackle, maybe a linebacker late, and you just completely replenish that defense. And if Dak is working with even an average defense, he's going to win 10, 11 plus games because that offense is going to be dynamic once those guys return on offense. Even without an offensive line, take this into consideration. The Dak was leading a top 3 offense with basically a full backup offensive line and being without a starting tight end, and people think he's the problem. Like, I don't understand.
We all know that Dak is a good quarterback, Danny. We don't.
I know.
Rehash. It's just people on Twitter that like to troll Cowboys fans. I'm willing to bet anytime you see someone say like Dak's a bad quarterback or Dak's the problem, like 90% of them are just getting a rise out of Cowboys fans because Cowboys fans are like you and they get mad when people talk bad about Dak, and it's funny.
Agreed. So Nick says, yo, I need to drop a player for
CMC. Hold the phone. Is CMC on your fucking waiver wire right now?
I think it's on his IR.
Oh, okay. All right.
That would make more sense. I would drop with one of those Rams receivers there. Copper Woods. It sucks, but
yeah.
If it's a half PPR, I would keep. Actually, I don't know. They're both.
I think I'd drop Woods regardless.
Yeah, same. You know what? Yeah. Paul versus Pittsburgh. Yes, but maybe he catches a few passes. The workload's going to be there. He's still going to be low end.
If he's a starting running back, he's going to be a top 25 guy.
Yeah. Start one. Crowder, Deontay Johnson, Chark. Deontay Johnson for me there. In full PPR, I think about Crowder though.
Yeah, I have Deontay Johnson and Crowder like back to back in my rankings. So I think I would go Deontay as well.
LOL. Pick one, half PPR, miss the answer. Zeke, Lindsey, Damian Harris, or JK. Okay, so JK. Yeah. Colin says, sup boys, been a while. Crowder, Hollywood, John Brown, or Jonathan Taylor. You got to pick two. Also, Hunter Henry or Jonnu. So the two that you pick, in my opinion,
I'm gonna go with John Brown and Jamison Crowder.
I was gonna say Jamison Crowder and John Taylor.
I'll take John Brown against the Seahawks. That's an excellent matchup. I'll take John Brown and Jamison Crowder.
Sure. In Scott's toss, because of all my injuries, I'm starting John Brown in my super flex this week.
Yeah, I'm starting Hunter Renfrow in my super flex.
Yeah. Also, Hunter Henry or Jonnu. Give me Jonnu there. Trust me, you really. Yeah, I'm down. We'll fucking hop on a Zoom, go over it. Maybe like a private, even like if we had like a private Zoom with like a few of the subscribers and just watched film, we could do something like that. Like, fucking, we're junkies. We love that shit. But Rip Clemson, Rip Clemson. That was a brutal way to lose. What jersey are you wearing, Bus? He's got the Mike Evans.
I need to start a GoFundMe to get me a jersey that's not this ugly because I hate this fucking jersey. I need one of the new uniforms, and preferably, if I could pick, I want an all pewter the all pewter color rush jersey that we have. I want a Brady one of that. I want a Winfield of that color there of the Barber one, and then I want an all white Devin White.
Yeah, that's all. I need some more jerseys too. Good luck to everyone teams today. You as well, Spicy Hot Taco. Sam Ling, I got Zeke. I'm desperate for a win. Stafford or Cam? I'm leaving Stafford, but it's the Jets. Again, I would go with Stafford
for a win, and you want ceiling, go with Cam.
If you're going with ceiling, yeah, but that's fair. I don't know. It's just, yeah, you know what? If you're going for ceiling, go with Cam. But I do think Stafford is a much safer overall play. But again, if you're going for ceiling, you're going for the win. I don't mind starting Cam there. Remember when Hasty went off? Yeah, and then Jerick McKinnon proceeded the next week to take 76% of the snaps. That's why you #cancel 49ers running backs.
Yeah, do you remember me saying on the Thursday night live stream, I'm like, it wouldn't shock me if Jerick McKinnon outscores him.
Yeah.
I was like all week, I was like, I think Jerick McKinnon's going to be the better start.
Yeah. Yeah. He announced the Sens pick. We were watching that in the Zoom call.
Oh, right. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Oh, relax, Tyler. Settle down. He just says that's cap, all caps.
What was cap?
Yeah. Relax. I haven't been on PS4 in a fucking month. Robbie Anderson, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Devontae Parker. Pick two. Those two that I would pick would be the first two for you, David.
Oh my God. I almost forgot to take Christian McCaffrey out of my IR in 1 league.
Oh my God. By the way,
in Get Faded, I traded a lot of my team for Christian McCaffrey in the offseason. I traded Tua, Josh Allen in a super flex. Traded Tua, Josh Allen, and I think it ended up being CeeDee Lamb was the pick. And then I also gave him Joe Mixon for Christian McCaffrey. I think I got Devin Singletary back in a pick. So I got something back with it, but I wanted McCaffrey.
Agreed. By the way, we just got a $2 super chat. I appreciate that from Kaleo. He says DJ Moore or John Brown in that juicy matchup. This one's tough. I would personally still slightly lean DJ Moore. But I mean, if you have the urge, you're looking for the ceiling, John Brown should be a fine option. Again, the only problem is the volatility, in my opinion, for the Bills outside of I mean, what? Cole Beasley and Stephon Diggs are really the two constants. So, like, John Brown could definitely have a full ceiling play, but I do think DJ Moore is probably the safer option. So that all depends.
I don't think DJ Moore's safe.
Compared to John Brown,
I'll take John Brown there. Like that ass. Really? I'll take John Brown. Yeah, John Brown's my top 30.
That's fair. I think I have John Brown at like 32 right now, so I can see that. Okay, so wait. Oh yeah, so we went Robbie and Mike. I haven't heard much on Eckler. Is he expected to be back by week 13 or sooner? Now, I wouldn't say much sooner. At soonest, I think it's week 12. But, man, if they're at a bad point, I just don't see why they would want to bring him back, why they would want to rush him back. So, I mean, week 12, week 13 is probably the soonest that I see him.
I think he's going to be back. Like, week 11 is the best case scenario. Week 12 is probably what's going to happen. And week 13 is probably the worst case scenario.
Fair. Dave says, pick one wide receiver standard league. AB, Kirk, or AB. Davis. Yeah. Deontay Johnson or Justin Jefferson. Give me Deontay Johnson there. Justin Jefferson by one spot, actually.
Yeah, I
Justin Jefferson. For whatever reason, I thought that said Devontae Parker. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Give me Justin Jefferson there. Jefferson there slightly. No.
No, I wouldn't.
No. Like I'm not even sure if he plays ahead of Miles Boykin.
Yeah, like are we all happy with Hollywood Brown right now? No.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even Mark Andrews. Like,
yeah, even Mark Andrews. Like Lamar Jackson can't support much more than himself and Mark Andrews thus far this season. So
agreed. So Marshall says Fournette, Slayton, or Beasley. This is tough, man. I think in full PPR, I think I'm going Beasley, man.
Yeah, I would too, because Slayton's matchup's terrible.
Yeah. So my boy Paulin says, did Zeke fall off for the rest of the season? Should I look for a trade? If you can get realistically, if you can get like Antonio Gibson for Ezekiel, I think I'd do that.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah. So, I mean, if that gives you your gauge of value on him, like if people are willing to pay more than that, then I would definitely seek a trade, because I mean, he just doesn't have the ceiling anymore with that offense, with that offensive line.
My team is so good in this one league that I have. This is who's on my bench right now. DeAndre Swift, Antonio Gibson, J.K. Dobbins, Tom Brady. That's who's on my bench.
Yeah, that's solid.
Ridiculous.
Start AJ Brown. Do not overthink this. Go with AJ Brown.
Yes.
Please. Okay. All right. GoFundMe. Wait, did I say GoFundMe? Oh,
no, GoFundMe. I was like, I need to start a GoFundMe to get myself some new jerseys.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
GoFundMe sans Tyler.
Yeah.
No Tyler allowed in the GoFundMe.
Yeah. Any love for Drew Lock today? A lot of love for Drew Lock today. He's actually, I believe, my quarterback 13 on the week. So
yeah. See, I'm not stupid, so he's not my quarterback 13, but I do think he's a streamable option.
Okay, who we betting on Drew Lock against this week?
All right, let's do it.
Kirk Cousins?
Oh, easily. You're going to give me Kirk Cousins over Drew Lock?
Go ahead. Take him.
My 9th rated quarterback right now.
Take him.
Easily.
All right, bet. Where is my pencil? By the way, someone's got to keep track of our series. I think I'm up 8-6 right now because I went 4-0 this week, or last week. But again, I'm not 100% sure on that because I might have missed a couple.
Have you checked our season bets that we did at the beginning of the season with Lucas and Tyler?
Oh, yeah. No, a lot of mine were Cowboys based, so that's not.
Oh, yeah. Yours is screwed. But I have the potential to hit on 2 huge long shots. I picked Antoine Winfield to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, and I picked Alvin Kamara to win Offensive Player of the Year, and both were like 50-plus odds. Like 55 to 1 or something like that.
My coach of the year is looking good. I picked Mike Tomlin.
I picked Kevin Stefanski, I think.
Yeah, that's solid. Okay, so what do we got? Cousins versus Locke.
Are we counting 40-plus yard plays?
No. What is that obscure
Someone
stuff?
Please tell me if I'm weird for playing in leagues that give you rewards for big plays, because I always play in leagues like that, and that's why I always have Tyreek Hill as like my wide receiver 1 going into the season.
That's fair. Who else do we want to bet on this week? Who else do we have like a decent discrepancy with? I forget.
I'll give it. You're so high on Justin Jackson. I'll take one over Justin Jackson.
Who do you like? Do you like so I have Jackson at 9. I have
You have Chase Edmonds behind him?
Chase Edmonds 1 spot ahead of him.
Ah, shit.
Gurley, David Johnson, Antonio Gibson.
Why am I betting? I'm not betting against Justin Jackson. I like Justin Jackson too.
Okay, fair. You want to do a fun one?
What's that? I'll take John Brown versus someone if you want someone.
Okay, let's do that. John Brown. Well, do I want to make you suffer and say John Brown versus Antonio Brown?
I'm not taking that.
I'm joking. Relax. John Brown versus Mike Williams?
Okay.
All right, bet.
All right, go down to the next question here while we're wasting time.
Yeah, fuck. Mike Williams made it. Yeah, let's quickly go to that. So the boy Sovicia is back with the donation. Appreciate that a lot. So Sovicia says, by the way, $2 super chat. Appreciate that a ton. He says full PPR, Juju or DJ Moore and David Montgomery versus Justin Jackson. For both of those, I would be going with Juju Smith-Schuster and Justin Jackson.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Appreciate the $2 super chat as well. Nice to see you back in the chat. Parker or Deontay? Give me Deontay Johnson there. Mega Chrissy Pissy. Yeah. I just wanted to say that.
I'll take Deontay as well.
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Is Michael Thomas playing tonight? Yes, He is. Interesting.
Yeah, rip Alex Trebek. Shout out to Canada too.
Big shout out. Jay Sanders just got Dallas Goedert from the waiver wire. Is he a tight end 1 rest of the season? Or
okay, I don't want to go with the Bobby Sylvester take saying that he is a tight end 1 rest of season, because every time I listen to the Fantasy Pros podcast, he would draft Dallas Goedert in every league because if Zach Ertz gets hurt, he's the tight end 1. I'm like, no, he's not. First of all, anyway, I think he is a tight end 1 rest of the season, but not the tight end 1.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Sylvester,
yeah, guys.
Oh, I wonder what that guy's doing now after he fucking sent some creepy DMs.
Probably teasing.
He knows how to tease a pussy real good.
Yeah, I can't believe he said that. That was funny.
But yeah,
new
offer, trade away Deontay. I think I would do that.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah, especially with your spot with the receiver depth.
This is the same guy that wanted to trade Edmonds and A-Rob, right?
Yeah. So I mean, there you go.
This is definitely a better deal. I think you're getting the better, not the better Steelers receiver, but like the guy that I have more faith in at the back half of the season to get better and improve more.
Yeah, fair. The only thing, okay, relax. I'm skipping that. Full PPR.
Papa Lepre knows I have this exact decision in my main league. It's a half PPR, but still, I went with J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I agree as well. Also, Tyler, are you not taking into account that I finished 4-0 against them last week?
Who did I bet? Who did I get swept against? Like, who did I bet on?
I forget one of them was like Trey Burton. Oh, I had it written somewhere. I forget, but fucking.
Yeah, I lost at a fucking Trey Burton Wildcat touchdown.
It was the best.
That's dumb.
But no, like it was Trey Burton. I forget who the others were. I just remember keeping track. There was like 2 tight ends in that mix. As odd as that is. Oh, and it was Rob Gronkowski versus Mark Andrews.
When I beat you then?
I had Gronk. You had Mark Andrews.
Oh, okay.
And it was 2 others. But fucking, I went 4-0 last week. So give me some fucking credit, Tyler. Sleeping on my name, bro.
Yeah.
Start Justin Jackson or Gibson? Yes. I would prefer Jackson, to Gibson this week.
Yeah, me too.
Justin Jackson or TC? Okay, well, yeah. Everybody loves the J Jack. Give me J Jacks all day, every day. I know you're going with Dallas.
I have a feeling Justin Jackson's just going to bust because we've told 70 million people to start him.
I might have to shave my head if that. No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. But
you heard it. You heard it. You heard him say it.
Hey, I didn't finish it. But I'm getting a haircut regardless tomorrow. So even though I've been saying that for the past 2 weeks. Give me Justin Jackson. Damon Harris or DeAndre Swift. Give me DeAndre Swift there. Aiden.
Yeah, I'll take DeAndre Swift there. He's panicking.
Oh, yeah, you're good. You're good. I got you. Yeah, 4 minutes late. My bad. What's up, guys? DJ Dallas or Montgomery or Chark? Give me DJ Dallas there, Bars.
Yeah. Bars in the tuck. I always thought his name was Bars in the Truck. Am I tripping?
Same.
I swear he changed it.
He's got the PFP for it and everything. Like he's legit.
Okay, so he didn't change it. I always thought his name was Bars in the Truck. Damn.
Yeah, same. Dobbins or Swift, full PPR. They're close. Yeah, I'd go Dobbins slightly.
The full PPR does lend itself to Swift a bit more, but I'll take Dobbins.
Give me Swift in this one, though, Aid.
Stretch it out a little bit.
Thoughts on Jefferson, Zeke, and Rojo for Claypool, Jacobs, and Gibson? Question from your Discord and a full redraft. Justin Jefferson. Give me the right side.
Yeah, I'll take Claypool, Jacobs, and Gibson.
Yeah, I take the right side there, Tyler. CH or Gibson? Give me CH this week, Aries.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, very nice. Great success. After this week, it is pretty much the last time to get serious. But yeah, big facts. Trade deadlines are wrapping up soon, so make sure you guys get those last-second deals in. Yes, no problem, Papa Lepre. Anytime. Appreciate the support. Thoughts on Zach Moss? I think it could be fine. Again, I think it's an overreaction, as we mentioned in the ranking show, that people are just automatically putting him over Devin Singletary because of a 2-touchdown week, even though Singletary has gotten the higher allotment of snaps for the Bills. So, I mean, the range of outcomes there, if he gets a touchdown or if he doesn't, is ultimately going to determine how fantasy relevant he is this week. So, I mean, those are my basic thoughts.
I talked about it on our ranking show that this seems more like a Singletary game because the Seahawks have actually been pretty good on the ground at defending the run, and they are not good at defending the pass. So I could see the Bills throwing the ball quite a bit in this game to beat the Seahawks, and two, the running back being more involved as Singletary and not Moss.
Yeah, agreed. And if so, do you think I can get Derrick Henry for my CEH and Dobbins, or should I just do CH? I would absolutely keep Connor over Dobbins for the record. I love Dobbins, but Connor is a top 8 or so running back. Like for the record, there's a top 7 for this week, like where we basically didn't even talk about them in the ranking show because they were basically so far ahead of the rest, in our opinion. And Connor was in that. Connor is my RB5 for the week. If Connor is healthy, Connor has shown to be the bell cow for a 7-0 team with a high-powered offense. So
yeah. I think I would do CEH and J.K. Dobbins for
Derrick Henry. I would too.
I'm not sure if the Derrick Henry owner would do it, but if you could pull that off, I would do it.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely do that as well. I was actually thinking of offering Sanders and Dobbins for Derrick Henry in my league too. I was thinking about that. So similar type deal. Chark or Corey Davis? In that, give me DJ Chark there, Coleman.
Yeah, I'll take Chark.
Pick 3, Allen Robinson, AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin. Wow. Oof. I would need to know your scoring settings. Is it a full PPR?
I have to know the scoring settings because
to me,
right now I'm leaning sitting McLaurin.
Yeah, like if it's a full PPR, I would sit Fuller over McLaurin. If it's a half PPR, really, who would be the one?
He's the second guy. A-Rob, you're not sitting, and then Will Fuller's the second guy between AJ Brown and Terry McLaurin because of their matchups. To me,
it's fair.
The Bears and the Bradbury. I think I honestly would sit Terry McLaurin there.
That's fair. I can see that. Lamar or Stafford, give me Lamar there, Kyle, because of the rushing floor.
Yeah, I'll take Lamar.
Man, yeah, it's crazy. I agree. Tim Patrick or Gus Edwards, give me Gus Edwards there. Yeah, you're good. Figured. Not 5-point PPR. Go with Gus Edwards. I think his overall touch baseline for the week is going to be pretty nice. So the Pats run defense is non-existent. Yeah. He had a decent day. Don't get me wrong. I mean, 85 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. But like people who are just
pretend that Devin Singletary didn't have like 84 rushing yards. Too.
Yeah, he I think he had 14 carries for 86 yards.
Like the same exact stat line except Moss in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly. Differently, but I have McLaurin and flex instead of Dobbins because I have Kumara. I would go with McLaurin slightly over Dobbins.
Yeah, I do what you got there.
And your lineup's looking really nice there. Out of those options. I mean,
I think I would trade A-Rob.
Yeah, if you can get the most, obviously you're probably going to get the most package for him or AJ Brown. I would definitely want to see the package you can get for A-Rob. If you can pull like A-Rob and a depth running back to get a really nice like top 10 or so running back, I would do that.
Yeah, I feel like no one's talking about this, but Will Fuller hasn't gotten hurt this year. So maybe you want to trade Will Fuller because he's prone to injury. And
I've been thinking about that too.
I remember when I said back in like May, I was like, this is the most Will Fuller thing ever. If he plays the full season, has an awesome year, and gets a huge contract from the Texans.
You remember how funny it was when we were actually choosing between Will Fuller and Brandon Cooks, and they're both fucking gods?
Yeah, no, well, and I liked both of them. We both
same.
Going into drafts, we were like, 7th round, give me both of them. Like,
dude, what about in that one dynasty league, the experts league? Where literally we went full tank. We got like 6 picks for next year, like 4 first rounders and 2 second rounders, and we're like top 5 in the league right now in standings. Like, how does that happen? Like, we hit on like the most random players.
Are we gonna have the 101 because we have Barnett's pick?
No, Barnett's like 5 and 3 right now.
What?
Tyler's 2 and 6.
Oh, geez.
So Tyler,
the 8 running backs that he drafted, probably.
I know. Oh yeah, like Joe Mixon, Miles Sanders, Nick Chubb, like all his team got hurt. But he literally didn't have any safety net, so we have his pick. It's going to be probably a top 4 pick. We have Madman's pick, who's projected 2nd right now. The only problem is we could have LQ's first round pick, but he wouldn't give it to me like in the preseason. But we do have his 2nd, which is probably going to be the 201. So, like, we have, like, 6 picks in, like, the top 13.
It's like I give fantasy advice. Sorry.
Yeah. Fuck. But sorry. But, yeah, no, I'm so excited for that team. Like, we're going to have, like, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, fucking Najee Harris in the draft.
Yeah,
like, it's
nice that league was for money.
Oh, I know. I wanted to make it for money, but Tyler ended up saying no, but whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna try Dobbins first, but I need him to do good. Fully. Like hopefully he does good again. He can give you a little bit more trade bait. I do think he could be a league winner down the stretch. If you can upgrade to a guy in Derrick Henry who's getting 25 touches a game, he's going to be a workhorse for you, especially down the stretch. I mean, his playoff schedule, for the record, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's basically like the Jaguars, the Texans. Like it's fucking. Like, if you could pick a few teams out of a barrel and say, okay, that's what I want on my schedule, that's basically what Derrick Henry has for the playoffs.
I have a feeling J.K. Dobbins could be the name coming out of this week, though. Like, if we see J.K. Dobbins get like 60, 70% of the snaps again, because he had 66% last week.
Yeah.
And he gets like a lot more of the work and stuff, I'm going to be like over the moon. That fact that I've kept him this whole season in like 2 of my leagues. And I care most about, I've literally had him on my bench this whole season. I'm finally playing him this week.
Yeah. Gus Edwards or Moss. Give me Gus Edwards there. And by the way, Jay, we
there. I don't like the matchup for Edwards.
Fair. We actually did answer your question. We would prefer Goddard over Hooper. We were mentioning the Bobby Sylvester line when we got to your question.
I think he missed it as in like he wasn't paying attention.
Okay. I thought he meant like we missed it.
He's getting a face palm, so I think he's doing that to himself.
Oh yeah, go with Goddard. I would definitely prefer Goddard there to Hooper, if that makes sense for you.
Yeah.
It's about time. Yeah. See you later, Tucker.
I gotta fuck the Saints in the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, big facts. Should I start Josh Jacobs? Yes. If he plays, you start him. Monitor the status. Obviously, if he doesn't play, you don't start him. But if he plays, you start him. I'm excited for my. Yeah, that's definitely an exciting group to be excited about. I just said exciting twice, but you go for it. McLaurin or Jefferson, half-point PPR. Give me McLaurin slightly there, Mo.
Yep.
But it's either going to be Devontae Smith or it's going to be Jalen Waddle. One of them are going to be Dolphin. One of them is going to be a Dolphin.
This connection's so lazy. I feel like everyone's just saying that because Tua is there.
No, but like in terms of fit, okay. If you're looking at it.
Yeah, Waddle fits for sure.
Yeah.
Waddle fits better than Smith. I don't think
agreed.
Fits as well as
but
Waddle.
The reason why I say Smith could fit too is because in terms of like the overall like creative usage in an offense, I mean, you get the Smith the ball in place, he can get you some yards after the catch. Whereas like on the outside, they got guys that just can't separate. They're just jump ball receivers.
Yeah.
Right?
So they need Waddle.
They need Waddle. I mean, Waddle, Rondale Moore, someone like that would be a great fit.
Moore and Waddle make the most sense because you need a slot guy basically, and you need someone who's got speed.
I mean, I was talking about this to with Bush before the show. If anybody's listening right now, like the 23 of you, Rondale Moore to me is just a more juiced Golden Tate. That's what I saw. More explosive, a harder to bring down type Golden Tate, where he's probably going to run high 4.3s, low 4.4s, like in that area. He's going to give you a ton of yards after the catch, and he's going to be just that guy that realistically on any given week could absolutely just tear a game plan if that makes sense. Because I mean, you give that guy the ball in space, he's basically in addition to your running back.
DJ Moore is the comparison.
DJ Moore's a good one too.
Like he's not built the same as DJ Moore, but like I think they make a lot of like their skill sets are the same.
Yeah, I agree. Again, like DJ Moore, Golden Tate, someone in that role that can give you a ton of yards after the catch. Good luck this Sunday, boys. Have a good one. You too, Joseph. Good luck, everyone. Anytime, Papa Lepre. Nice seeing you back here. 3 minutes from kickoffs. Remember the name, Solving Ahmad.
Oh, yes, Jimmy Graham is a start.
Miami.
Like 1 p.m. right now. I guess it's probably long now. But.
Oh, relax, Tyler. Should I start Jordan Howard? I would want to know your other options. See ya. Thanks for the help. Anytime, Javon. Nice to see a familiar face in the chat as well. Yes, we do think Waddle fit. Again, he mostly played exclusively in the slot last year.
He played a lot in the slot too.
Yeah. Last year he played almost exclusively in the slot. I know he was used more around the formation this year, giving you a little bit more versatility. But Waddle's the guy where you got those two.
Well, Devontae Smith fits in every scheme. In my opinion. He doesn't have like he's going to be. I think he's going to be one of the first receivers taken because of that. He's not really like a scheme diverse guy. Like Brandon Ayuk, for example, he went in the first round. Not a lot of people expected him to because he was a perfect fit for that scheme.
Yeah,
but. That's not like Brandon Ayuk. If the 49ers didn't take him in the first round, probably wouldn't have went until like after like Chase Claypool went like the second round.
Like realistically, who would have been who would have been the other team other than the Niners to take him?
I mean, the Packers could have used him.
That's fair. The Packers,
him too.
Man, the more I think about it, the more like if the Packers aren't dumb, just take Rondale Moore, please. Please just take Rondale Moore, please. Like they can't screw this up anymore. They can't. You have to take a receiver.
Najee Harris.
Imagine. I could see them taking Terrace Marshall as well. Like end of the first receiver run happens. Like you take that big physical receiver on the outside that can absolutely take the top off the defense. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways,
all right, we gotta get out.
1 p.m. Is Jimmy Graham a start? Yes. We'll see you guys on Monday Night Football. Take it easy, y'all.